Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Neff Torres. I'm a class coordinator for the 340th Basic Training class and a senior instructor here at KLETC. I'm a senior instructor of police. At this time, I'd like to ask you to join us in welcoming today's graduates, the 340th Basic Training class. Members of the 340th Basic Training class, and ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and direct your attention to the McPherson Police Department Honor Guard for the presentation of the colors and the playing of our national anthem. Color Guard, please post the colors.
Praise the Lord.
You may be seated. During your time at KLETC, you've all walked past the Wall of Honor numerous times. The Wall of Honor was designed as a reminder of those KLETC graduates who've died in the line of duty. The names and photos of the 29 individuals memorialized preserve their memories and give family, friends, and law enforcement officers the opportunity to remember those that made the ultimate sacrifice in service of the citizens of Kansas. At this time, join me in observing a moment of silence to honor those 29 KLETC graduates no longer with us. Thank you. Welcome, chiefs, sheriffs, friends, and family. Members of the 340th Basic Training Class, congratulations. You made it, you're here. 14.0 weeks ago, we walked into this room and stared at this stage and wondered how we were going to make it to this place. And you're here. You did it. You've completed an arduous journey through the academy. You've studied, you've trained, and pushed yourselves beyond the limits that you thought you'd be capable of. Let me ask you this. Now what? What's important now? Yes, you've earned your badge, but let me be clear, you're not done learning. In fact, you're just beginning. The academy gave you a foundation, but the real test begins now. Your field training officer will shape you into the officer you're meant to be, into what your agency needs you to be. Long after, your ability to learn and adapt and improve will determine your success, not just as an officer, but as a protector of your community. Promise yourself this today. Never stop learning. Have a thirst for knowledge. Every shift, every call, every encounter, there's something to take away. Because the day you believe you know it all, that's the day you put yourself, your partner, and the public at risk. Promise your families this. You'll come home after shift. Your loved ones are here with you today. They're proud, but they're also anxious. They need to know that you'll take what you've learned and apply it, not just in the moments of action, but in those quiet split-second decisions that make the difference in this line of work. Promise the public this. You'll serve with honor. You're not an occupying force. You're a part of the community you swore to protect. I'll say that again. You are not an occupying force. You are a part of the very community you swore to protect. Treat every individual with the respect you want for your own family. Most people you meet will not be criminals. They'll be people in crisis. Give them a chance to be seen, to be heard. One act of kindness, one moment of patience. Maybe it's one decision to de-escalate. These are the moments, those are the instances that might change lives. And finally, promise each other this. You'll protect the badge. The integrity of this profession rests in your hands. We're judged by the worst among us, or we're judged according to their actions. We're made responsible for their actions. The only way to fight that stigma is to ensure that you are not that bad apple. Don't tarnish the badge that you wear. Don't betray the trust that's been placed in you. Graduates, this is your moment. Stand tall, be proud. You've worked really hard toward this. Step forward, not just as officers, but as guardians of justice, protectors of the peace, and examples for the next generation. Please wear your vest, buckle your seatbelt, and above all, love your family. They're the ones that are behind you. When you have a tough day at work, they have to live that with you later on. Congratulations, officers. Now go out there and make a difference. Members of the 340th Basic Training Class, it's time to go do the job you've been trained to do. Congratulations, graduates. So I want to take this opportunity to introduce today's guest speaker. It's Chief C.J. Wise of the Salina Police Department. Chief Wise brings over 27 years of distinguished law enforcement experience to his role. He began his career in 1997 as a patrolman with the absentee Shawnee Tribal Police Department in Shawnee, Oklahoma. In 1998, he joined the Edmond Police Department, where he served until his retirement on January 27th of 2023 at the rank of major. During his tenure, he progressed through the ranks of officer, sergeant, lieutenant, captain, and major, a position he held since 2016. Throughout his career, Chief Wise gained extensive operational and leadership experience across multiple areas, including patrol, canine operations, SWAT, criminal investigations, internal affairs, and as a DEA task force officer. He led critical divisions within the Edmond Police Department, including the Office of Professional Responsibility, the Criminal Investigations Division, and the Patrol Division. Additionally, he served specialized units in specialized units such as field training, peer support, honor guard, and canine. Chief Wise's professional accomplishments include twice being named Supervisor of the Year, receiving multiple Employee of the Month honors, and earning the prestigious FBI LEDA Trilogy Award for supervision. He holds a master's degree in criminal justice management and administration from the University of Central Oklahoma, a bachelor's degree in business and organizational leadership from Southern Nazarene University, and an associate degree in criminal justice from Seminole State College. He's also a 2019 graduate of the FBI National Academy. Chief Wise was appointed Chief of Police for the Salina Police Department on January 31st, 2023. Please welcome Chief Wise.
Thank you. I'm very honored to be here. I've sat out there many times during graduations, and I've often heard many good speakers, and I've thought, man, what would I say if I was asked to speak? And that was like a few months ago. I didn't realize I'd be up here this fast. So, and so I kind of think about my graduation, and I can't remember who spoke at it. I can't remember what they said. So regardless, I'm going to take my 27 years of experience, and I've had a little bit of everything. I've experienced the good and the bad, the sexism, the racism that can sometimes be a part of law enforcement. But I've also experienced the beauty, the bravery, and the thing that makes this job so unique. And so I kind of sat and thought, if I was in your spot, what would I want to hear? And so I kind of made up some things that I wish I'd have known when I was brand new. The odds of you remembering anything I say is very low. I get that. You got parties to go to and everything. I won't take offense to it. I have 6 kids and none of them listen to me. And so one of the first lessons I'll give you for free is, I'm sure the first thing you thought when I said that, you're like, okay, he's crazy. And also you thought he's Catholic. You're wrong. So don't jump to conclusions is the big thing. So one of the first things, keep God first. In this job, it will be easy to use your schedule and things like that to say, oh, I'm not going to go to church. I'm going to walk away from my faith. You're going to need God. So make sure and keep God first in your life. Don't neglect your family. Be dependable, but not at the cost of your family, because we will survive without you. I know I used to feel like that, where I felt like, oh, I have to be there. I have to be there. I've walked out of anniversary dinners. I've walked out of movies, out of birthdays. And when I retired, no one at my agency said, hey, I remember when you walked out of your kid's birthday. But you know who remembers that? My kid remembers that. So keep that. Like I said, we'll make it without. Be dependable in emergencies. Totally get that. We need you and stuff. But also, like I said, don't put your family on the back burner. Make friends outside of law enforcement. When I was a brand new cop, all I wanted to do is talk cop stuff. All I wanted to do is go to police stuff. And finally, I had a friend. He goes, "Man, you don't want to talk about anything or watch cops. What's up with you?" So make some friends outside of law enforcement. You know, they have a lot of interests other than like UFC and guns. So make these friends. Take care of yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. If you have a peer support unit, use it. If you're on it, make sure you do it with integrity and also, confidentiality. And if you don't have one, help to get one started. See a counselor. If you need to see a counselor, it's okay. Sometimes in law enforcement, it's okay to not be okay. I've seen officers throughout my career, some that have been on the verge of suicide, that we got help and they are still officers to this day. So don't feel like you have to be so strong that you break. Okay. Have your kids and build your family. There's always time, where you're going to think, oh, I need to put off this. I need to build my career. Trust me, I have kids all the way from ages 30 to 3. And so there's not a good time to have a kid. And so I can tell you that. So have your families, and kind of on that same note, when you have your children, coach them. This is something, when I was early on in my career, I was like, oh, I don't have time. I'm too tired. I want to go sit in the magic chair, let someone else coach my kids. The last few years I've been coaching my kids in wrestling and football. It has been a game changer for our relationship. So please don't miss that opportunity. As you get in your leadership positions, value your employees and their family and their time. Don't mock them if hey, we're on a vacation or I can't come to this. Make sure that we value that work-life balance. And also, as you move into leadership positions, realize that our sisters in blue can have a difficult path that we don't have. It may be different hurdles we put up before them, different stigmas, different, double standards. Make sure as you move in, because you are the future of law enforcement, that we tear down all of these hurdles that can get put up in their way. You have a lot of authority and responsibility, but remember to stay humble. You're no better than anybody else, and nobody else is better than you. That's what my parents always taught me. Keep people in your life that will keep you humble, because in this job, you could get very arrogant. Luckily, growing up, I had a father that kept me very grounded. I was a decent football player. After a game, I'd go, "Dad, man, I made 20 tackles last night." And he'd go, "Y'all got beat by 30 points, And so, and I've got a great wife, she was in the Marine Corps. And so she realizes, the value of this job. And there's times people come up to me and go, "Thank you for being a first responder. We really thank what you do." And my wife goes, "Well, he's more of a third or fourth responder now." So you need those people to keep you humble. Hold each other accountable. Correction is caring. It's easy to turn a blind eye to things that you may see because you think, oh, this is a fellow cop, or I'm going to let this slide a little bit because the citizens don't understand the pressure we go through. That's true, but we still have to hold each other accountable. So, like I said, if we can correct small issues at the very beginning of someone's career, I don't think they turn into big issues later on. So hold each other accountable. Be human to others. Let your life experiences bridge that gap between you and those you serve. I used to be very standoffish whenever I was a young cop. And so as I got older, we'd go on calls and people would be like, "You just don't understand what it's like. My kid is suffering from mental health issues." And actually, I told them I have a daughter that suffers from mental health issues, and we have struggled with her and have gone inpatient. And so that was a game changer. If you can let your personal, interactions and stuff kind of bridge that gap, people will see you as a human being, and they will see you as actually representing them. So that's a big thing I learned. Also, we all do the same job. Be proud of where you work. It doesn't matter if you're a department of 2 or 2,000. We all will have to have the same stories at the end of our career. So don't feel like you're a less than cop or anything like that. The ones that with the 2,000, they may have more stories at the end, but we're all going to have the exact same. And we can make our departments as professional as we want them to. Do the right thing for the right reasons. If you are ever in a situation and you sit and think, oh, how does this make me look? Or can this benefit me? You're probably already about to make the wrong decision. Always do the right thing. It's always a true north. It's always sometimes doing the right thing may cause you some issues, but you still got to do the right thing. And as a young cop, one of the first right things you're going to do, you're going to back into a curb. I know you are. And you're going to be tempted to go, I'm just going to go park this and let the next guy fall for it. Don't do it. Keep your integrity. We can make this profession as honorable as we want to or as shady as we want to. It's up to you guys. I mean, you are the future of this. I'm not. My time is dwindling. I mean, like I said, I got a 3-year-old. I'll be around for a little while, but still, and two, don't think of it as 20 years. I'm going to get a pension or I want to reach this rank. It doesn't matter your rank. You can do more good as more so than any chief can do as an SRO or anything. It's what you do with your time. And, you will do good and you will change lives. And the good Lord keeps us humble, so he doesn't let us see all the good we do. But trust me, you will make differences in people's lives. So don't ever lose that faith. And again, keep God first. Don't walk away from him because he's not going to walk away from you. So this is the beginning of your story to make a difference. So make it a good one. Thank you, and God bless.
So Chief Wise, in appreciation of your time, the time you're sharing with us, we want to give you a small gift to remember us by.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's now time for the class president to deliver a few brief remarks on behalf of the graduating class. Ladies and gentlemen, the 340th Basic Training Class President, Trenton Thompson of the Overland Park Police Department.
Welcome, chiefs, sheriffs, friends, and family. My name is Trenton Thompson, and I am with the Overland Park Police Department. I want to extend a sincere thank you to each of you for making the trip to be here with us today. We also owe a great deal of gratitude for all the dedicated individuals who made this ceremony possible. It is truly an honor to speak to you on behalf of this exceptional graduating class. Today, we're here to celebrate a significant achievement, the successful completion of basic training. Looking back on our shared journey, we remember the countless hours spent on practical exercises and the physical demands we faced together. Over the past 14 weeks, we've learned about integrity, honor, and many other crucial principles that extend beyond the academy walls. Each lesson has reinforced that being a law enforcement officer is about much more than issue citation and operating emergency vehicles. It's fundamentally about being a protector, a leader, and a positive influence within the communities we serve. We've come to understand that this profession is far greater than simply putting on a uniform. Our actions, we now know, reflect not only on ourselves, but on the entire law enforcement community. We've embraced the importance of being exemplary members of the community and stand ready to take on these responsibilities that come with our badges. It's equally important to acknowledge the incredible support system that has been with us every step of the way. Our friends, family, and instructors have also navigated these 14 weeks alongside us. On the behalf of the 340th Basic Training Class, I want to express our deepest appreciation for your unwavering dedication and encouragement. As we now step into our roles as law enforcement officers, we must always remember our duty to uphold the law while treating every individual with respect and dignity. Our communities place their trust in us to be their guardians and to build strong, positive relationships. Today doesn't mark the end of our learning, but rather the beginning of a significant professional journey, a journey that will undoubtedly have its share of successes and challenges. And while I might be letting a cat out of the bag here, even though I'm not in the business of putting cats in bags, so to speak, we are peace officers, and our aim is to foster and maintain peace within the communities we are privileged to serve. Thank you.
Officer Thompson, it's my pleasure on behalf of KLETC's administration and staff to present you with this plaque in appreciation and recognition for your role as the president of the 340th Basic Training Class.
Thanks.
Thank you. In law enforcement, ethics are at the forefront of training and our profession. You've heard it 3 times from the 3 speakers who've stood here. The law enforcement oath of office affirmation is a constant reminder of the importance of always doing the right thing. This is something we've discussed in depth during your time here at KLETC. The ultimate purpose of law enforcement is public service. A law enforcement officer assumes a great responsibility when they affirm the oath of office. They have entered the position of being role models, leading by example. They're enforcers of the law and protectors over our communities. I'll now ask Class President Trenton Thompson to lead the class in reciting the law enforcement oath of office affirmation.
Please stand. Oath. On my honor,
I will never betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or the public trust. I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions. I will always uphold the Constitution of the United States and the state of Kansas, my community, and the agency I serve.
recovery.
So, students of the 340, in a few moments, you'll be presented with a challenge coin. A challenge coin is symbolic and meaningful and given to someone as a reminder of what they've done or to confirm membership within an organization. This coin today will recognize you as a graduate of KLETC. I ask that you carry it with you as a reminder of the lessons learned and the friendships forged during your time here at KLETC. On the back of the coin is the oath that each of you affirmed moments ago. Carry it with you and let it be a constant reminder to always do the right thing. Graduates, it's been my honor. It's been a distinct pleasure to be your class coordinator and a small part of your journey in law enforcement. I wish you nothing but success, happiness, and safety, lots of safety in the future. I'll now ask KLETC Associate Director over Basic Training, Mr. Alvin Sowers, to join me on the stage to present the members of the 340th Basic Training Class with their certificates. Class President Trenton Thompson will announce the names.
Front row, please stand. Taylor Allen, Leavenworth Police Department. James Avery, Hutchinson Police Department. Richard Kraft, Newton Police Department. Andrew Demboski, Overland Park Police Department. Tana Forbes, Kickapoo Tribe Police Department. Jude Golden, Salina Police Department. Coleman Johnson, Osage City Police Department. Front row, please return to your seats. Please be seated. Second row, please stand. Devin Lopez, Hutchinson Police Department. Hector Luna, Ellis County Sheriffs. Aiden Michael, Franklin County Sheriff's Office. Brian Montag, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Caleb Myers, Independence Police Department. Cristobal Pablo, Dodge City Police Department. Rebecca Phillips, Leavenworth County Sheriff's Office. Celeste Pearson, Marshall County Sheriff's Office. Second row, please return to your seats. Please be seated. Third row, please stand. Daniel Reynolds, Yates Center Police Department. Carson Rich, Hutchinson Police Department. Adam Rumsey, Saline County Sheriff's Office. Treshawn Torrance, Emporia Police Department. AJ Trevino, Overland Park Police Department. William Van Dyke, Ellis County Sheriff's Office. Toby Woodworth, Hutchinson Police Department.
And Trenton Thompson of the Overland Park Police Department. Third row, please return to your seats. Please be seated. Shortly, folks, I will grant each of these officer certification. Before that, I want to make a few closing remarks and thank the families, especially for coming. It means a lot to these students and to our coworkers and administrators that I see many of out there in the audience. Thank you very much for your support as well. Today is an awful nice day to go out and take some pictures around our campus. These students know where those locations are at. Please have them take you on a tour and talk a little bit about the training, and they'll be happy to accommodate you. The other thing I want to note that right outside the door here is our KLETC gift store, and it will be open after graduation for an hour or so if you want to partake in any KLETC gifts. Class 340, please stand. On behalf of Director Beck, I hereby certify that each of you have completed the requirements to be Kansas law enforcement officers. They've been waiting 14.0 weeks, according to the coordinator, for this to be class dismissed.